Good afternoon. The committee is reconvening at Concordia Correctional Center. The time now is 12:28. My name is Pearl Wise. To my left is Mr. Roche. To my right is Mr. Freeman. We comprise your panel. Will the staff at Concordia please announce yourselves for the record?
Melanie Book, I'm the transition specialist here at Concordia.
Thank you, Ms. Melanie. I think you know the drill. At the proper time, we're going to ask for your input as to how he's been doing, of late at that facility. Whatever you want to share with us.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being with us and for accommodating us this afternoon. So, sir, give us your name and DLC.
John Scott Martin.
What's your DLC?
It's 7705727.
There you go. You got it. We've already introduced ourselves. Let me explain the process. I'm going to read some information into the record. Afterwards, we're going to conduct an interview with you, starting with Mr. Roche. He was assigned your case. You do have a supporter. You have Melanie Martin, your sister, here in support, and she will be speaking at the proper time.
Okay.
We're going to read the information in the record. Again, everybody's going to speak, and after we finish hearing all the testimony, you will have the final say. Tell us whatever you want us to know before we render our decision. You understand the process?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me read the information in the record. Your name is John Scott Martin, DOC number 770527. You're listed as a first felony offender. Your charge is indecent behavior with a juvenile under 13, 2 counts. You were sentenced on June the 28th of 2022 to 5 years of hard labor to run concurrent. So your total DOC time is 5 years. Your parole date is listed as, June the 28th of 2022. You do not earn good time. And your full term date is June 26th of 2024. That sounds about right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, would you answer, Mr. Roche?
Thank you, Ms. Wise. Good afternoon, Mr. Martin.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Martin, you were arrested on June 27th, 2019. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And you were arrested for disturbing the peace, not fighting, and sexual battery. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you ended up on June 28th, 3 years later, pleading to behavior with a juvenile under the age of 13. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And count 2, behavior of juvenile under the age of 13. And you received 5 years sentence on both counts to run concurrently. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You also was charged with aggravated crime against nature, 2 counts, and those 2 charges were now processed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you agreed to serve 5 years for molesting your nieces. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How old were the victims?
They were 10, 1, 10, and 9.
1, 4, and 9? You said 10.
Yeah,
But
10.
you as young as 4 years old, is that correct?
No, sir.
My records show that your first victim, when this happened, was 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
Is that not correct?
Yeah, that's not correct.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And the other victim was 9 years old.
Yes, sir.
And you agreed to serve 5 years. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So tell about the programs that you've completed since you've been incarcerated?
Since I've been in the program, it's showing me to better myself, not to harm nobody else.
Sir, tell me what programs you've completed.
Oh yeah, anger management.
What other programs?
That's all.
So you're in for molesting female at the age of 4 years old and one at 9 years old. Have you requested to be enrolled in sex offender treatment?
Now what you say now?
Have you requested to be enrolled in sex offender treatment?
I don't know. What's the name?
Can I interject for a second?
Yes.
Mr. Martin has significant learning and cognitive disabilities, so some things he doesn't understand. He was in jail for 3 years in Washington before he was sentenced to Concordia. He's been here 1 year, and we referred him to sex offender treatment, but due to his disabilities and limited space, they've not pulled him. We did enroll him, and he's currently participating in anger management.
Okay. Thank you, officer.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Mr. Martin,
Yes, sir.
do you understand when you plead guilty, when you are released, you have to register as a sex offender for the rest of your life?
Yes, sir.
You realize that was a part of the judge's sentence?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martin, because of a lack of programming and the proximity of your good time date, I don't think you're ready to be released. I have no further questions.
All right, thank you. Mr. Freeman, you have any questions?
Um,
Okay. So, staff member, what do you want us to know about, anything else you want us to know about Mr. Martin?
Mr. Martin's been here since July of 2022. Security advised they have no reports of security issues or discipline issues on him. He's in one of our larger dorms, and we've not had any significant issues. We were aware he had some upcoming hearings. He's a low-risk offender, so he flies under the radar for screening purposes other than the sex offender treatment referral. So we did enroll him in the anger management class, and he is coming to every class and participating to the best of his abilities. But again, his understanding and comprehension sometimes is very minimal.
All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate it from having that information today. Mr. Martin, is there anything you want to tell us before we vote? Because you have no visitors today. Anything you want us to know before we vote? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Mrs. Belinda Martin, can we hear from you now?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you want us to know about your brother?
John is my older brother. He was raised in a Christian home and a Christian community. The things that are upon him is, a crime of nature or whatever, but I stand still that my brother didn't commit those crimes, and the things that he's done good for in our community. He's done good for elderly. He's just a person that enjoys having time with elderly people. Basically, his family love him to death, and we wouldn't have it no other way. And I appreciate y'all listening to me and hearing my concerns, and I love my brother dearly.
All right, thank you, Ms. Morton. Ms. Morton, are you aware of his disability?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
How long has that been going on in his life? How many years?
Since he was born.
Okay. All righty, all right. Do you have any idea of, generally speaking, what the diagnosis is?
The only thing they could tell us that he was a retardation. That's all I understood.
All right, thank you for that. Thank you for that input. That helps a whole lot. Thank you. Thank you for participating today. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Moore, what do you want us to know before we vote?
Not nothing too much.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. The panel ready to vote?
Yes,
All right, Mr. Roche.
Mr. Martin,
Yes, sir.
I fully understand your situation. And hopefully the officer can get you into sex offender treatment so you can just get some information on what your offense was about. But based on a lack of rehabilitative program, no sex offender treatment, and the proximity of your full-term date, I'm denying your request.
Thank you, Mr. Roche. Mr. Freeman?
I concur.
Okay, has it been stated for the record, the opinions of the victims? We say that for the record.
The victim's parents, one set of parents are unopposed, and the other set of parents had no comment.
All right, I just wanted that stated for the record. Mr. Martin, I'm concerned about you as well. I concur with my colleagues. My vote is the same for the same reasons. And I just want you to really just work hard. You don't have long. When you finish the program that you're in now, your date of release will be even sooner. But best wishes to you, sir. But your parole has been denied today. Thank you, Ms. Morton, for participating today.
Okay.
And thank Concordia for accommodating us today in such an excellent manner. Thank you so much. It concludes our hearing. It's 12:41. Thank you.